morning, Spencer Butte. You may remember a clip from last week about the importance of brain development from the birth age to age 5. Remember that more brain growth happens at that time.
The brain continues to grow and change throughout your adolescence and into adulthood. How different are child's brains from adults? Check this out to learn more.
It turns out that different parts of the brain develop at different rates. And so by the time you're a young child, the parts of your brain involved in understanding sensory information, those have already come into place pretty well. But the parts of your brain in the front that are involved in very long-term decision making and in squelching impulses in order to make a better long-term decision, those parts of the brain develop slowly, and they don't reach full maturation until the age of about 20 or 21. And this is why, for example, car insurance companies will charge more for young drivers than for adult drivers, because adult drivers have a different style of decision making as a result of the development of this part of the brain. And in fact, when we look at the legal system, the same sorts of rules apply. Children are treated very different from adults, and it's because children's brains and adult brains really are somewhat different, and it's because of the slow maturation, the slow development of the front part. The outer layer of the brain here is called the cortex, and that's Latin for bark. It's like the bark of a tree, and it's very thin. It's only about 3 millimeters, and it's the wrinkly part that you see on the outside of the brain. Now, why is it wrinkled? It's because humans have a lot of cortex. We have more than most of our cousins in the animal kingdom, and so the only way to fit that all into our small heads is to crumple it up, the way you would fit a newspaper into a smaller container. Okay, now if you were to take the human cortex and unravel it and pull it straight, it would be about the size of a medium pizza pie. And so there's a lot that's packed in there. If you were to take our nearest cousins, if you were to take a monkey, for example, and unravel its cortex, it's like a personal pan pizza. It's a much smaller bit there, about 1/4 of the size.
There will be no cooking club meeting this week. We look forward to returning next week.
Have a good day, Spencer Butte.